And welcome back, everybody. Sorry, it's loading up right now. My name is Mr. Owings. We're working Ozaria for JavaScript. We are on Chapter 2, Module 4, and we're on the episode The Suspect, which is ominous. Okay, I think these are the last of totems. You're going to have to work it out on your own this time. They've given us 0 code. So I suspect I'm going to see a lot more of you on this one than some of the previous ones, which is okay. So there's a few things we got to check. Number one, let's get into our location. We can't check to see if we can move anywhere until we're there. So let's move right. Not there. Right. And then we're going to use a variable because it's good to practice variables. Path free equals hero dot can move right. Perfect. And let's check our code bank and I'll explain to you what's going on here. There's a lot of neat things. So if hero.canMoveRight, right, it's going to return true. So the variable is going to be set with the return. The return will be either true or the return will be false. So path free will be equal to true or false, which when you're dealing with an if-then statement, I'm going to show you guys a couple of neat little hacks here. So if we're dealing with an if-then statement, if the statement is true, then run this code, right? So if path 3 is equal true, then we're going to run this code. And some of my students see I do this. There's a reason I write my curly brackets on the next line. It's because I find it to be personally easier to track what's going on with my code. Oh, sorry, I accidentally hit the answer button. I find it personally easier to keep track of my code if I can see all of my brackets in a line. So I do this with a lot of different functions or things, and it's a personal preference, but some of my students who've started copying this have said that they find it to be easier too. And it's not unviable. It's not impossible. Most programming languages allow some version of this, but I do have to tell you that um, you might be thought of as weird because a lot of people do like their curly bracket up here. I think those people are weird. So you're just dealing with idiosyncrasies where we're all just, which means that just our own personal opinions, right? Effectively, we have our personal beliefs and we're very stern on them because we're programmers and we're weird. And if you've gotten this far, congratulations, you're a programmer. You can hold an opinion on this. Okay, so if path free is equal to true, so we're right here, right? Path free is equal to true. And I can even make it easier for you. We'll have the hero say, we'll test this, right? Hero, nah, yeah. Hero dot say path free. So now he's going to declare if it's true or false. False, false, true. Okay, so if it's true, right? Looking at a situation, he's going to want to move 3. So we'll go right 3 and up 2. I'm over explaining this, but I want you guys to learn a lot. So I'm going to teach you a little hack. Up until now, I've been writing, and if you've been following with me, you've seen this, or Ozaria is wanting you to do this, 2 different if statements. If it's equal to true, otherwise you write another if statement, and if it's equal to false. But there's another cool little thing with if statements. There's if then, but there's also an else. So if it's true, then do this, else, then do this. So else will be everything that is not true in the statement. It's a really cool, powerful catch-all. And when you're dealing with a Boolean, which only has 2 results, it's literally only the 2 results. So else can be written, and we'll open our curly bracket, and we're going to move up. So let's go up 2 and right 3. 3. Okay, so what this code is checking is if it's equal to true, so it's the right is free, he can now move 1, 2, 3, and then up 2. If he can't, else, and we're going to move up 2 and then right 3. And if you see his curly line or his dotted line, absolutely, these work. So now we're here. Here's our problem. Now that he's here, do we want to check if he's free right or up? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer that. Do 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 do. I really need to fire my sound guy, which, if you couldn't tell, it's just. I'll give you a hot tip. It's just me making mouth music. Just so you know. All right. Okay. So, you guys think the caffeine's kicked in? I think the caffeine's kicked in. This is going to be great. Okay, so if we're going to check if hero can move up. So we're going to set path free equals to hero dot can move up, right? We want to check this space because this card's going to block either this space or that space. And when we're here, we can only check this one. So that's why we're doing that. And I'm going to show you another cool hack. Really cool hack. Remember how we checked down here and we declared true or false? Well, the if statement is just going to look for a true or false results, right? Well, if we write if, we're going to open our bracket, path free, the result of this. So if he can move up or cannot move up, true or false, will just be put in here. And true is true. So this checks to see if it's true. So if path free is true, open our curly bracket and do our thing. So if he can move up, we're going to move up, right? And I should have set that to 2. And then we're going to move right. And we set that to 2. And we're going to close that. And we can do the same hack as before, else to cover all of the other scenarios. So if he can't move up, what are we going to do? Well, how about we move right 2 and we move up 2. And I think we've gone long enough. It's time to test our code, which is great because we have the lines. So all of that's available. Look, we didn't break anything. He's still saying stuff there. But that's a cool little test. If you're confused about something, you could have him say a variable. It'll be a number or something. And at any given time, that can help you debug what's going on with your logic. So now we need to get to the end. Okay, so let's go right 1 and up 1. Perfect. So that's going to complete it. If you found this helpful, go ahead and give this a like. If you have any more questions about this, if you think that it was if you liked this little hack of using just path free to check for true or else, go ahead and give me a comment. I want to know that these hacks are worth it because that's honestly how a lot of real programmers do it. There's so many different ways to write code. There's so many ways to get to the same results, which is kind of what makes it so cool. As a programmer, you're not going to code the same way I would. We would have differing opinions that would be maybe better than the other or maybe the exact same. It doesn't really matter. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. Questions or comments, put them down below, and we'll see you in the next one.